Do you miss going to public events, concerts, sports games, conferences? I think a lot of us can agree that our lives aren't as entertaining as they were when we could attend these. Personally, our team enjoys these activities, and we were fed up with being indoors all the time, so we decided to do something about it. What if we told you there was a device that enables you and your friends to quickly, easily, and most important, safely return to these events? My name is Sam Moran, and I am the CEO.
My name is Luke Ingram, and I am the COO.
My name is Waseem Williams, and I'm the CFO.
And we are the Social Lanyard. The inspiration for our product came from a previous project that we had been working on, named the distance cones. Our first prototype is pictured here to the right. The purpose of this project was to create a useful tool for coaches, athletes, and trainers that cut down setup time. Instead of measuring out distances with tape measures and marking them with objects, we wanted to have both of them in one. The technology would be two microbit devices that would communicate with each other, and they would display on an LED screen the distance between cones. However, we ran into a major roadblock with this product. After conducting interviews, we realized that the market for this product was not large enough for it to be profitable or worth our effort. Although the market for the distance cones was not there, we were extremely confident in the technology used for them. So our team started to brainstorm. We tried to think about every reason why people would want to measure a distance between things. Then the light bulb came on, a device to measure distances between people, a social distancing tool. Our team loves going to public events, and with the ongoing pandemic and safety concerns, we were upset that we were unable to attend these events. But what if we created a tool that would allow us to safely and easily social distance ourselves? Something that would alert us if we are too close to one another. With this technology, we could slowly return to attending entertaining and educational events while at a limited and safe capacity. This means that conferences, sports games, concerts, and any other public gathering could be held again, and our device can ensure that the attending people are distancing themselves properly. The problem that we are tackling is that people want to attend public events but are in need of a cheaper device that allows them to do so safely.
Yo, she's hot. Hey, Luke! Luke! Come check this out, bro.
Yo, what's up, man?
Bro. Oh, can you give me some space, please?
My bad, boss.
Bro. Check. Out.
Bro, she's a little baddie. You should get her number.
Yo, I'm gonna try.
What was just played is a video that demonstrates how our product works. As you can tell, when the devices are within 6 feet of each other, a red X will display on both screens, indicating that the two parties are too close. When they are outside of the 6-foot radius, the red X will disappear, indicating that everyone is demonstrating the proper distance. Shown here are images of the 4 components that make up the social lanyard. The first image is our microbit that is attached to a lithium battery board. In the middle, we have the front and back pieces of our microbit holder, which is attached to our last item, the lanyard. The way we plan to penetrate the market and get our product off the ground is by starting small and local, eventually working our way up to a larger audience. We plan to start implementing the social lanyard at Boiler Gold Rush. BGR is a week-long freshman orientation that brings in students from across the country. For the week-long event, students are separated into groups of approximately 15 people and participate in different activities both outside and indoors for the duration of the week. We think this is a great place to start because it can be useful from day one, and with students arriving from many different locations, it can be beneficial in keeping everyone safe from the beginning. Next, we plan to expand into the Purdue Star Day, which is attended by a smaller number of people, but it is also traditionally a group setting. This allows us to expand our use to more people and to apply our product to another useful local setting. Next, we plan to take a big step forward by implementing the social lanyard at Purdue football games. I know many people are devastated that they are not permitted to attend football games in person this year, but our lanyard will make this option possible. By having every attendee wear our lanyard, we can occupy at least 20% of Ross-Ade Stadium and still have room to safely distance. From here, we want to expand our product to other public events at Purdue, most notably conferences, public gatherings, and concerts held on campus. Also, having our product used for these same purposes at other major Indiana schools such as Notre Dame and Indiana University. We are confident that the performance up to this point at Purdue events will make our device more desirable to these other schools to implement at their public events. Last, but certainly not least, we want our social lanyard to reach a national level. Now, I will pass it off to Luke, who will go more in detail regarding the numbers of what I just talked about.
Thanks, Sam. As Sam stated in the previous slide, our goal is to start small and gradually grow into larger events and venues. When it comes to the BGR and Star Day, we looked up how many students on average attend those events. What we found was roughly about 7,500 people would attend them. Then, working our way up, we wanted to include Ross-Ade Stadium and Mackey Arena. With talks this year of operating at about 20 to 25%, we figured Ross-Ade would be able to hold about 14,000 fans. Mackey, at 25% capacity, would be able to hold 4,000 fans. Lastly, we looked up the top concert venues in Indiana, found their max capacities, and implemented the Purdue talks of 25%, and found that it would occupy about 30,000 fans in total. With the competition we have, our product beats all theirs when it comes to what the consumer wants. We keep our product simple and to the point of indicating when you are within 6 feet of somebody, while also at a much more affordable price. Fleetwood Electronics produces a product that runs $99 per unit compared to our $23 a unit. Also, when it comes to Fleetwood, they overcomplicate everything by tracing too much information to what the users want to know and forcing the subscription to an app which the consumer will have to pay a monthly rate for. ViaTrace is roughly the same as Fleetwood, yet they run $150 per unit, and you have to install what they call a node, which is like their own Wi-Fi router, to connect you to those units that you just paid a lot of money for. The consumer will end up having to pay a monthly subscription for that Wi-Fi router, and again, overcomplicating and overwhelming the user when all they really need to know is if they're socially distant or not. Listen Talk is different in a sense that they are not as much as ViaTrace and a little more than Fleetwood, but when it comes to the equipment they offer a lot, making the size too big. The product they offer is a walkie-talkie type product. It comes with a headset, a lanyard, a large device that needs to be placed around the consumer's neck, and a bunch of battery packs. It might be good for tour guides, but that is not what we are going for, and it just overcomplicates what the people want to know. Our product keeps it simple when it comes to what you need to know and at a much more affordable cost. I'm now going to kick it over to Waseem, who will discuss the financials of our product.
Thank you, Luke. Purdue, with the efforts of crowdfunding, raised upwards of $2 million to contribute to the Protect Purdue initiative. A lot of that money went towards sanitization and social distancing signs to create awareness, promote social distancing, and keeping people safe. With that being said, we wanted to be a part of that solution, but also be feasible. With our idea, we are pretty confident that we can achieve this, and with our financials, we can certainly prove it. Our product costs $22.78 per unit to manufacture. Based on that cost, we thought it would be more cost-effective to rent them. We plan on making this a stable 3-year plan with somewhat normal operations through the 4th. As Sam mentioned, for the first year, we plan to launch our products during Bowler Gold Rush, also known as BGR. BGR annually has 7,500 participants over the course of a week. So, we will manufacture 8,000 units but distribute 7,500, with the rest being available for inconveniences. Each unit will be priced at $6 over the course of 5 days, which would cost each student an extra $30 on their registration fee. This will allow for the utilization of our product because it will be mandated. Our COGS for the first year is $182,240, with a potential grant from SBIR program, who sponsors innovative ideas such as this one, which awards upwards of $50,000 to $250,000 for 6 months, which is geared towards getting our product commercialized. Our expenses for that year will account for assembling, repair, and distribution. Because we rented the units the first year, we would still have the same amount going into the second. So our COGS for the second year will be significantly lower. However, we still made 1,000 more units to account for the growth of BGR. Therefore, our expenses went up. For the second year, we also plan to venture into STAR, which spans over the course of 21 days but goes up as we anticipate participation growth. This will be priced at the daily usage rate of $6. For the third year, we add football to the equation, which has more participants, 14,000 to be exact, and therefore we plan to manufacture 6,000 more units to account for this. The pricing will be $2 over the course of 6 home games. This is a 3-year plan, but in our 4th year of operation, we plan on working with all ventures again. However, we also plan on making some reiteration to our product to reduce the cost of each unit by engaging in other methods. Additionally, we foresee making much more repairs, thus our expenses would be more and net income less, as the screen portrays. I will now pass to Sam to speak on the plans for the future.
As for our future, we plan to make many improvements and adjustments. First, we want to explore alternate, possibly cheaper manufacturing methods. This may include injection molding or other methods for our holder in order to decrease our costs. Next, we want to explore cheaper options for our microbit. Currently, it is our most expensive component, and finding an alternative circuit board that has the same capabilities would be very beneficial for our operations. Next, we would like to add a buzzer to our device. This function would be used in addition to the red X that appears, as we believe a buzzer noise going off would help notify the users more effectively that they are not distancing properly. Lastly, you may be thinking to yourself, what happens when a vaccine for COVID-19 comes out? Or, will this product still be useful? Our team has taken these into consideration, and our last plan for the future is to use the technology we have for the social lanyard and implement it into different devices. For instance, the opportunity of using it as a safety tool in factories and manufacturing settings that will alert you when you are getting too close to a dangerous machine or a hazardous area. This is just an example of many opportunities that we can explore, but we want to ensure that the social lanyard and its concept lives longer than the COVID-19 pandemic. In conclusion, much like you, our team longs for the day that we can return to entertaining public events. Our goal is to make that process back to normality easier and safer. The social lanyard does just that, which is exactly why you should get yours today.